Well, good morning everybody. I'm here at Langley Dam Fishery near Hexham in Northumberland. I'm here with the float tube and hopefully we can get some nice footage for you. But I haven't done any videos for a while. Obviously the summer's not the best for the fly fishing in these small still waters, but anyway, it's nice to get back out, having a couple of months off. And obviously we're into autumn now, and it's a little bit nippy this morning, but it's going to be quite mild midday, so I'm going to have about 5 hours I think in the tube and see if we can get some fish for you. But it's a cracking water this. It's got 5 boats as you can see. There's plenty of bank fishing. We've got dam wall all the way along, then we've got good wading all the way around here, and you've got the famous Catherine Cookson's house over there, and you've got the bay. But anyway, we'll get tackled up with a float tube and we'll get on the water and we'll see if we can get some fish for you. Well, here we go. We're going to start with a small daddy, and we're just going to fish tight in here, tight in on the weed beds. Saw quite a few fish moving when I was tackling up. The wind has got up a little bit of a northerly there swinging, but I'll see if the fish want to come up. Like I see, there was a few moving when I was tackling up, but it was flat. But this daddy should pull the fish up anyway, to be fair. We're just fishing, it's quite a very shallow lake anyway, to be fair, but there's a lot of food in these weed beds, so we're going to start around the weed beds. And I've got a midge tip with a couple of wet flies on as well. And if we don't get anything on the dry, we'll progress onto them, I think. Mix a few things up and see if we can get a few fish in the net for you. But it's nice to be out on the water after a couple of months off. Well, I've changed over. I'm on the midge tip and I've got a couple of wets on. I've got a clan chief on the dropper and I've got a Cape McLaren on the point. I haven't got a stupidly long lead. I'm just fishing at about 12 foot. It's quite shallow. I've got it, obviously it's a midge tip. It's a 3 foot clear tip, and I'm fishing over shallow water, so I don't want it hanging in the bottom. If it hangs the bottom, I'll probably take a couple of foot off it and fish at 10 foot, but we'll see how it goes at 12 foot. It's a little bit cool, so them fish I saw rising have disappeared. But I think as the day warms up, they will be on the top, because it's that shallow anyway. They're always on the top here, but they're just not showing at the minute. Like I say, that northerly's on, and it's still early days, but we'll see how we get on with the wets. I'm pretty confident we'll get something on these. There's a fish. I'm going to drift down onto that one. Oh, it's off. And the Cape McLaren just come off. There we go. They're dropping on, we've got another one. It's on the Cape McLaren on the point. Looks like a little fish, mine, but they're all welcome. Cape McLaren. Bloody hell, that's a small fish. Probably an escapee, that in the stocked fish, that it's tiny. You're lucky if it's 3/4 of a pound. Nice clean little fish though, but put him back. There he goes. Geez, a couple of fish rising on the edge of the ripple. Anyway, as I said, I've made up wind. I dropped the one downwind on the way up, but I'm going to fish the edge of this ripple and see if I can pick some up. But I'm just on the midge tip, 2 wets, Cape McLaren on the point, and I've got a clam chief on the dropper. But we'll get cracking, we'll see if we can get some more. Fishing nice on the bend there. Well, I've had a change of plan. The wind's starting to get right up now, so I've took the midge tip off and I've gone to the intermediate, clear intermediate, and I'm going to have a bit fish with a damsel variant. It's a bit of a Dawson's Olive variant, and I'm just going to fish it. Used to be a good fly on here, the Dawson's Olives, years ago. Used to use it all the time when I was a kid here, but I'm going to give it a go and see if I can get some action on that for you. I hooked up on the Dawson variant, a bit like a damsel, but it's got the amber tail. I had a couple of rattles, dropped one on it, and hooked up again, so hopefully we can keep this one on, because I've dropped a couple. There's a good scrap in this shallow water. Now the good scrappers. There we go. Keep them coming. That's him. There's a nice fish. I'll get him unhooked and I'll get him back. There he goes. Well, that's 2 in the net. A little tiny one I got earlier, but I've had a few chances on the intermediate and the Dawson variant. It's got a long amber tail, but it's I've got a tungsten bead on it as well. But anyway, we'll get cracking, see if we can get a few more. There we go. There we go. Lovely fish, lovely markings. Another nice fish. Off he goes. Now I seem to have found a few fish just on this windward bank. They're just running the ledge, and I had quite a few hits, to be fair. But hopefully we can get a few more. Go. Another little one. There's a few little ones in. Mind the clean, nice clean fish, like, but that's probably only £1.25 that, but never mind, it's a fish. Another one, nice clean one. Off it goes. A good little spell there where I've had 3 out there. So I've had 4 now, and it's probably only been fishing an hour and 20 minutes, but I'm just fishing to the conditions. I've gone on the intermediate. I started with a floater, midge tip, and I took the midge tip off, and I've gone on to the intermediate. Fish are just a couple of foot down. They're not really showing, like, it's a bit cool, but they're there on the windward bank, like, so I'll just persevere. Off. Well, I'm going to have a change of tactics here. I've put the indicator on, and I've got a little yellow egg about 3 foot, and I'm going to fish this drop off back into the bank, and I've decided to fish the indicator so I can keep the flies in the taking zone. That little ledge I've been hooking the fish on, it's quite hard work on the intermediate because the wind's blowing all my slack line that I'm stripping in. So I'm just trying to keep the flies in the zone that I've been getting the takes, and I'm just drifting towards it and taking the slack up, and I'm hoping it's just going to disappear. Pull the hands. There we go. Tactic worked. Didn't take long. I just wanted to keep the flies in the zone where the fish were. There we go. Little egg in its nose there. I'll get it sorted and we'll get him back. Nice clean fish. They're not big fish, mind, but they're nice and clean. Not bothered on the size of them. It's just nice to get out. There we go. Off he goes. And that worked nice. Where the bank angler's weighed out, it's about 3 foot, and I'm fishing onto the 3 foot. That's where I was getting all my takes. When on the intermediate I was pulling the line back, but all the slack line was blowing all over, and I was constantly fighting with the line. So I've tried to use the indicator at 3 foot, and I'm drifting on the indicator, taking up the slack, and that's just pulled away and buried. So that was second cast, so hopefully we can get a few more, but that's the idea anyway. I'm trying to keep the fly in the taking zone where I've been getting all the takes, and it's a bit uncomfortable on the windward bank down here, but anyway, we're grinding out results, which is what it's all about. We'll get it back in and we'll see if we can get some more. So I'm just drifting with the wind on my back here. I'm trying to keep the tube as straight as I can with my feet here, and I'm just taking in the slack, fishing it static. Wind's getting up again. So I'm just manoeuvring myself to try and keep in touch with it all the time. And I want to take the slack up. Just move my rod to the right. And I'm hoping this is going to sail away upwind like the last one. There we go. Oh, it's off. That was quick. I'll get it back out there. Just on that ledge. Fishing perfect there now. That's in the zone. Just taking up that slack. There we go. There we go. Just off that ledge. There we go. The little small fella. Right in the end of the beak. There he goes. That's fishing, that's got to go soon, that's got to go. That's fishing perfect. There we go, that's a fish. It's coming towards us. Try to slackline us. And that's 3 in a crack. 3 in 10 minutes, and I've missed a couple. But the ratio of fishing the bung to what I was doing with the lure is much better. Because I'm keeping the fly in the zone. And the fish are coming onto it rather than, they don't really want to chase it. It was the first few pulls where I was getting them anyway. Just that little bit of movement when I was pulling, but I think the static approach is going to be the shot. This one's pulling a bit. Not very big, mind, but they're not big, but they're canny clean fish. Let's just come out in the net. There he goes. Another tube there. Three-foot deadly. Just drifting onto a little bit of structure. Little change in water depth. There we go, that's another one. Get up there. Off he goes. Well, that's 4 since I've put the indicator on. 4 in no time. But obviously with it being such a small egg, it's a size 12 hook, but it's tied short, so it's more like a 14. But I've got a little 2.8 tungsten bead, silver bead on it. So as soon as that hits the water, that little plop, and it's settling straight away at 3 foot every time. and they seem to be loving that, just running the ledge and picking it up. But rather than me stripping lures in front of them, they're just swimming along and seeing it and grabbing it. But on its day, the indicator can be lethal. It's just presenting that fly static, letting the fish come to it rather than chasing something. And as you saw there, it was deadly and it was instant. And sometimes to put more fish in the net, you've got to be able to do it all, especially if you're match fishing. You've got to be able to do the dries, the dirty work, the pulling, and obviously the indicator. Love it or hate it, it's deadly, the indicator. And it was just a little quick change there, put 4 fish in the net straight away in just over 10 minutes. I like the look of that little bit of water there. Must be deeper there, because it, unless there's a weed bed, because you can see it goes quite light, the water, and it's dark. Looks like it's fishing nice there. So I've moved spot. I'm fishing, oh, there we go. I'm fishing off Catherine Cookson's lawn here. Catherine Cookson's house, and I've just come tucked out the way of the wind here. It was a bit naughty downwind and uncomfortable at times, so this seems a better one. It's a little bit more sheltered along this bank. I've got the trees and all the woods. There's that gone. I'm still fishing the Dawson variant. Go. That's a nice one. Biggest one of the day anyway. We'll get it sorted and we'll get it back. Take a different world along this bank. Bank angler's got one down there. Anyway, after you catch a fish, you should always wash it. Get the slime off it and get it swimming properly again. There, it's a different world altogether. Bank angler's got another one down there. There we go, there's another one. That was a hell of a take, that. And I'm having a good day anyway. I didn't know how good it would be, to be fair. It's obviously the second week in October. I had a couple of months break. Thought I would be a little bit rusty, but this is fish number 10. That was a pull. That's a fish. Oh, that's a better one. The bluey. Oh, it's off. Looked like a bluey. we go. Good. So we're back on the bung, and I'm going to fish this drop off now. Just went a little bit quiet pulling, but I had 3 or 4 there and a crack, so a sharp scarpet. They'll still be there, they'll just we'll just give them something different. There we go. That was first cast with a bung in there again. Ah, it's off. That was a good fish as well. I'll let them. We'll get them sorted. We'll get them back. There we go. Just rested the water fishing the bung, so I'm just fishing it exactly how I was fishing it earlier, but I'm in the flat water here, tucked away, and I'm letting the fish come back in the area after I've pulled a few out pulling. Another one. There we go. A better one. Oh, he's a nice one. He's a nice one. I can just see a dark bit of water there. That's where the depth changes. That's it, right there. I'll be expecting that to disappear any minute now. That's it. Oh. Well, the wind's completely died off, so I'm gonna head further up the lake, try a new spot. I mean, I've had loads of action downwind and tucked away on the left hand side bank. So nothing's spoiling, we might as well try a new spot. And as you can see, it's a lovely place. I'm going to make my way up there and I'm going to fish them reed beds and maybe just give it an hour then call it a day. But I've had loads of fish anyway, like, so I've had my fair share, as you'll see from the footage. I've lost loads as well, but cracking turned out to be a cracking day. Anyway, we'll make our way up there and we'll see if we can get some footage for you up there. There we go. Look really nice along these reed beds here. There had to be fish along here. Pulling this one, mate. They're definitely getting bigger, mine. Good fish then. Nice and clean. Off you go up. Well, like before, you can just see where the water changes colour, which is where it just shelves away a little bit. I mean, it's not deep, this place isn't deep, but I'm fishing all the way along the drop off, which this time of year, autumn, there's very little in the middle today, mind. Everything's been on the edges, but it was cool this morning, and there's a lot of food coming off these trees as well. I've seen a few start to rise, but it's too late on in the day now. I've had plenty of fish anyway, so you would get these on the dries, like. But I've scored well all the way along all these little drop-offs, just where the water goes from about 3 to 5 foot, where it shelves away. So I've fished all my way. I've fished all the way along that. Nice clean fish. Now I think I'll fish this one out and call it a day. There we go. Well, I think I'll make this one the last one, I think. It's been a cracking day here at Langley Dam. It's been a couple of years since I've been, but I've had a right mixed bunch of fish. I've had quite a few small ones, but they've started to get decent sized ones there. We're getting bigger as the day goes on, the fish. Had plenty of fish, variation of size, nothing massive. Had a few little ones, but the little ones will be from when the stock in July and August. When the heat's here, fisheries tend to put the really small ones in because they last longer in the summer. But I've had some good fish, mind, they've all been good fish. Nice clean fish. But, I'll make this one the last one, I think. I'll make that one the last. Well, that's it for today. It's been a cracking day's fishing here at Langley Dam in Northumberland. It's been nice to get on the water. It's been a while since I've done any videos as well, so I've managed to get some footage for you. But anyway, it's been typical autumn fishing. It was cool early doors. Took us a while. I got a couple of methods going, and I managed to make use of the bung, and I've just been fishing close in, just on the drop-offs, 3 foot, where it gradually deepens off. That's where the fish have been comfortable sitting today. But I've had pretty much fish all over, to be fair. There's very little in the middle, but obviously it's autumn fishing. The weather's changing, the fish are in the margins. That's where the food source is, overhanging trees and on the drop-offs on the weed beds. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.